One of the longest and best races in Initial D anime. If you never watched it, you gotta watch it. We talked about Godfoot with the R34 GTR before, but now this is God Hands. So God Hands is the other half of the team, right? Legendary racers, and they have a team of young people that they've been training for years, and they usually don't race. But when Project D came into their city, they said, you know what? I want to have a little bit of fun. So Takumi in the AE86, which is the main character that the story follows, and how much amazing stuff he does with his dad's tuned AE86 Toyota Corolla, he goes against God Hands, which is an amazing name. And I think God Hands in Japanese, I think it's more like God Arm, but I think when they translate it to English, I think it translates to God's Hands. I could be wrong about that, but we know it as God Hands in English, right? He has the Honda S2000. So this whole battle is crazy because God Hands in the S2000, he's probably like in his 50s. I don't know for sure what his age is, but he's probably like in his 50s, like maybe 60s. And then Takumi is, I really can't remember what age he is. Maybe like, I don't know, 18 to 20, something like that, or maybe 16, 17 years old, something like that. So you have youth of driving, which is a huge thing in racing as far as stamina and concentration and everything. And then you have a middle-aged man that's a legend right here. So they're racing, first of all, they're racing 8 times. They raced 8 times on a dark mountain pass with no lights, going full throttle 8 times in the Japanese summer, which is probably 80 degrees up, and they're not using air conditioners so they can get the most out of their cars. Crazy. That's stamina. That's like F1. You have to have stamina. You have to work out. There's G forces. There's concentration. You're using so many calories. There's just your heart racing, and you have to be scared you're going to fly off the side of a dark cliff of, on a road or on a mountain pass. This battle is crazy. 8 rounds, probably the longest battle in Initial D. So all kind of techniques was used throughout the 8 races that they had downhill, right? Like sometimes Takumi used his famous, he jumped into the gutter. He put his car in the gutter to, go around a curve. So technically he's using all of the track or all of the road. And then Godfoot is using techniques like, he's like, oh, I'm an adult, I'm older. So the way that an adult and experienced driver wins is to use my tires. So my tires are better than Takumi, so I'm going to wear them out after 8 rounds. So everything was going intensely battle, back and forth, hopping over things, S2000 jumping. But at the end, what happened is that God Hands, he didn't have the stamina. He was too old. He started to throw up and he started to get dizzy, and he lost the race because he had to pull on the side of the road to throw up. And even though his suspension messed up, Takumi won because he rolled past the finish line. Amazing race. Amazing race.